Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson's relationship is back on. The divorced couple get back together. Now, this was reported this afternoon at around 2 p.m. Here in the UK. And this is the national news here. So this is not going to be by ITV. So that this is not going to be fake news, okay? The relationship between Duke and Duchess of York is back on. The pair have remained good friends since their divorce in 1996. You know, I do pick up, and I've always picked up that Andrew is so in love with Sarah. I feel he's always loved her. And it's like a genuine love too. So I'm so happy for these two to get back together, and I really like Sarah. But I will get into that as I go along with this live radio show. Okay. Last weekend, Fergie joined her former husband after he completed a number of official royal visits overseas. Okay, the couple stayed in Bahrain on a private visit, but they were official guests of their host, the Bahrain Crown Prince. The couple stayed in Bahrain on a private visit, and the Duchess of York hasn't been on a foreign royal visit with the Duke of York since for 25 years. She has waited so long to be accepted back into that damn royal family. I mean, it's just heartbreaking, I feel. Okay, Prince Andrew and Fergie married in 1986, and which is some time ago, and I remember that. I'm sure you do too. The Duchess posted online how she was enjoying what she called family life. There's been speculation for some time that the Queen's son has rekindled his relationship with his former wife. And the family visit to Bahrain confirms these rumours. The Duke of York was in the Middle East as an official guest of the Crown Prince of Bahrain, and the Duchess of York was invited as his partner. Well, that's really lovely. I'm so happy for these guys. I really am. We all make mistakes. It's part of being human. And when you're younger, when these things happened, they've got the toe sucking thing, and I don't know, yacht girls and things like that. I feel that was when they were younger, but now they're older. They're actually they've got their future grandchildren to look forward to. And I feel they've made mistakes. And Andrew still loves Fergie. I mean, just because you make a mistake does not mean that you don't still love that person. Okay, it doesn't take the love away. And they've remained close friends because of that love, okay. The Duke of York was in the Middle East, was invited with his partner, as I said. His daughter, Princess Beatrice, was also with them. Okay. Fergie posted pictures on her official Instagram page with Beatrice and the jockey Frankie Dettori, saying it was such a joy to be invited to attend the Bahrain Grand Prix with the Duke of York and Beatrice. And I bet she got treated like a queen too. I bet she did. And this is nice. It is really, really nice. And Sarah knows how to have lots of fun. She knows how to have a giggle. She's also got an aristocratic background. I think she comes from a good family anyway. I haven't done my research there. You probably know that better than me. But I have, I feel that, you know, she comes from that background, um, and she's very much, she got mocked basically for not being acting like a royal. You know, the way she dressed and all that kind of thing, which is, you know, is so wrong because, you know, that's and I guess that time has gone on and people have become more mature, and people become well, the royal family I'm talking about here have actually become a bit more mindful that, you know, times have moved on and people can be who they are. They don't have to be you know, pretend to be anything but who they are. Okay, so yeah, so I feel this is accepted. I feel I've always admired Sarah because she's just who she is, and having to be dragged through, having to make her own money, with being the mother of the one of the prince's children, there is absolutely so wrong. Okay, she's the Duchess. She's the Duchess of York. Um, and the way they treated her, and the only way she could make her money was doing these really shabby kind of interviews, which were just awful. I felt so sorry for her. It was kind of cringe making. And that's not just embarrassing for Sarah, but it's embarrassing for her children, her daughters. So very painful to see that. And I do feel at one point that actually Sarah was having some kind of breakdown at that point. Um, you know, was having some kind of because I feel she still loved him. They still loved each other. They still loved each other, but there was this like, and I feel again we get this bumbling situation where Prince Philip, you know, when he was younger, got involved. Like, you can't have that woman. What a disgrace! Take everything, all her privileges away from her. She is nothing but, you know, that kind of thing. And I think now that Prince Philip is kind of in his kind of late years here and is not going to be around to, I feel that that's given Sarah and Andrew the green light here to actually get back together. I feel this is what this is. I feel it was they've wasted a lot of years because of Prince Philip. That's what I'm getting here intuitively. As kind of slammed this and said no, she doesn't get a penny from the royal family or anything. Okay. Although they both realised they'd made mistakes, absolutely, and you know, they still couldn't get back together, although they loved each other. And yes, we've made mistakes, and they were practically living together. I feel it's so sad. I feel it's so sad. It's cruel, actually. It's quite cruel. Um, so she's very happy, Sarah, that actually she's actually going on royal duties here with the person that she loves, and that's really nice. And you know, the Prince of York is not alone anymore. He's not the spare heir, you know, no mate's man kind of thing anymore. And you know, he's going public that they are getting back together, which is very brave, very modern too, very modern. And that's what is that saying, guys, to the public, you know. you can always, even after a lot of years, you can actually get back together with someone, even after years of being apart. This is what this is saying to the public, because everybody is kind of human. Okay, so yeah, great news, guys. Just thought I'd pop on just to let you know this news today, which it was a news flash that these two guys are getting back together. Okay, the Duchess attended Prince Harry and Meghan's wedding last May, and she hadn't been invited to, and also they had to go separately, didn't they? Which that's absolutely ridiculous. Why would they have to go separately when they're together? As she hadn't been invited to William and Kate's in 2011, that was seen as a nod of approval from the Queen and Prince Philip. Okay. Yeah, right. I think it's more Prince Philip, this. I don't feel that he's got a loving heart, a loving kind of nature in his body. I just feel that he doesn't feel that people can be in love. And I feel that he can be a bit harsh and cold. So the Queen and Prince Philip approved of this, with whom she previously had a rocky relationship. I think it was more Prince Philip that she had this rocky relationship with. The Duchess was back in Windsor in October for the wedding of a youngest daughter, Princess Eugenie, to Jack Brooksbank, and that kind of thing brings you together too. The marriage of your daughter that you created and brought into the world, and and it's like, let bygones be bygones. And she would have been so proud to see Andrew walking Eugenie down the aisle. That would have been a lovely kind of experience for all of that family. There is also speculation that Beatrice could get married this year. Okay. And again, I guess they want their mum and dad together. Beatrice's long-term boyfriend is the property developer Adorado. I can't say, it's got a foreign name. Mapelli. He's quite good looking as well, isn't he? As far as what I could see, he's quite good looking. Well, I feel that Prince Andrew has had to swallow his kind of feelings here over this. And, I do get that for Sarah is so sorry for what she did when she was younger. And it was a mistake. I was young and all of this. I think there's been lots of tears here. I was young and I wasn't happy with the establishment. And I feel that Andrew, although he keeps very quiet, he is actually, I feel that he's very happy, and Sarah does that to him. That they're in love, and that's so nice that they're in love. Okay. The Duchess of York has also been living at Prince Andrew's official residence, Royal Lodge in Windsor, and the Queen has invited Fergie to Balmoral for the last 3 summers. In Bahrain, Andrew and Fergie stayed as guests of the Crown Prince of Bahrain at the upmarket Ritz Carlton Hotel. While the palace would have paid the Duke's travel, He was there on a military engagement and hosted his startup business initiative pitch at Palace. Okay, whatever that is. It's understood Fergie paid for her own plane ticket. There was no comment from Buckingham Palace. A spokesman for the Duchess of York said in a statement, um, the Duke and Duchess remain good friends as they have been for many years and nothing has changed. Well, I feel with that and nothing has changed means that they are still in love together. And that's what's not changed, their feelings for each other. Well, isn't that nice, guys? Isn't that lovely? And I feel as well that um, this kind of, this kind of thing, as we've actually watched her struggle and go and speak to lots of embarrassing interviews with people who have really put pressure on her to actually, give more kind of information about the royal family and make it very scandalous. And all she was trying to do was make money to actually live. And we've all kind of watched her go through that. And when I used to watch those interviews, I actually felt sorry for her. Why on earth did they not kind of protect her as the mother of Andrew's children? I think that is just horrible. I really do. Um, no, I thought they're still in love, and feel that for many of us, we've said they're still in love. They are still in love. Okay. Yeah. So some great news there, and I do feel that this this was uh, this was again Prince Philip's interference. I'm just going to pull out a card here. Was this Prince Philip's interference of their separation? Why they had to be apart for so many damn years here? Was it Prince Philip's kind of interference, his heartless heart that he has sometimes, okay, and interfering? Was it Prince Philip who interfered here in this? Yeah, I get him raging over this, raging. And again, it's about power, isn't it? Um, he kind of, well, about her, raging about her having these kind of good times here. When I feel Andrew and Fergie had already separated at this point. Um, and she'd met someone, didn't she? The guy that also sold the story to make money. And that was another heartache for her. Um, she was desperately unhappy with the royal family, treated very badly by the establishment at the time, and so was Diana. And I feel she wanted to escape from that, and you can't blame her really. And this was all dictated by Prince Philip. Um, and yeah, I think that Prince Philip went crazy because she had the guts to get out of the royal family and start to enjoy her life, okay. And I feel this is what this was about. I feel that Prince Philip wanted to see those young girls, Diana and Fergie at the time, to be controlled and live in misery in that palace. And I feel that they know this. I feel that Fergie knows this, knows who it is, waiting till he's 90, what is he, 98, to actually get back together. So he did have a lot, a huge influence on the royal couples then. Okay. Look at them all. Princess Anne was divorced. They were all divorced. So uh, you know, sorry, I shouldn't keep saying but it is live. Diana, Prince Charles is divorced. He married the wrong person because of the interference. All the damn family, Andrew, the only person that's not divorced is Edward. Okay, the rest of them, they're all divorced. So I think they're older. They are more intelligent now. There is a lot more emotional intelligence now than there were back in that day. And having to go by some kind of ex-military man that's that's kind of has to follow his wife, the Queen, and dictating on their relationships here, I guess because he's got nothing better to do. I feel this is what's coming between them. I do. Yeah, I actually do pick that up that Prince Philip did orchestrate all of these separations. I mean, why did he do that, for goodness sake? Um, I mean, but he's gone now. Well, he's gone. He's not gone, but he's not around. And these people loved each other. And even Prince Philip would advise Charles to, you can you can screw around with your mistress Camilla, but you don't marry her. You don't marry that woman. You're marrying almost a virginal girl who is 18 years old. You have sex with the mistress, but you marry and you have a wife. And he's kind of telling his sons that's what you do. And I guess that Prince Charles thought, well, if that's what you do, that's what you do. Um, which is absolutely what advice is that? It's kind of heartless. It's heartless advice. Well, he's nearly kind of in his grave now, isn't he? And oh my goodness, the card that I pulled out was the graveyard card. He's almost in his grave, is Prince Philip. I think this is why they've got back together, because he's out of the picture. And isn't that sad, guys, that actually Sarah and Andrew had to live apart. They could not attend any functions, any weddings together, or anything like that. She was out of the royal family because of Prince Philip, a heartless Prince Philip. Now, I have to say, because he's got nothing better to do all day but sit there and plot everybody's marriages and split everybody up here because he's got no compassion. I feel this is what's happened. So was it Prince Philip's fault? And I think that Sarah Ferguson would actually say, yes, it was Prince Philip's fault of why we were separated for so long. Because I do get they would have, Prince Andrew would have forgiven Fergie and vice versa, and they would have got back together a long time ago. So was it Prince Philip? Hey, even Charles as well. Charles when he was younger, not Charles now. Charles, he actually is happy for them that they're back together. But Charles, a long time ago, was a bit kind of pathetic. And he would have said, no, I agree, she's not appropriate. Because he said that about Diana, okay. And he was messing around with this mistress. So, I think it was a family thing. They've got over this. They're kind of letting go of the past. Things have changed. Things have modernized, okay. And I think that's really, really nice, okay. Okay, yeah, he's going to die soon. He's going to be in his grave soon. So this is what I get here. The reason they've got back together is because Prince Philip is going to be underground soon in his grave, and he's not going to be around. Okay. Hello from Jerusalem. Hi there. So, okay, guys, so that's great news. Okay, so I will be doing lots more readings on Sarah and Andrew and how they are happily getting back together. And you know, excuse me. Yeah, so yeah, and I think I feel if they got back together a long time ago, I don't feel that Andrew would have had this reputation. I really don't. I do feel that Andrew is in love with Sarah. Let me see. Um, I just get the general feeling from the public will be, oh wow, isn't that nice that they've got back together and what hell they put Sarah through the establishment. Well, Prince Philip, okay. What hell they put her through. Okay. Yeah, so let's yeah, I think they've been close friends for a long time. Andrew loves her, and he's going to be so happy that it's now out in the public, and it's now out in the public, and they can just be like a couple. Okay, okay. So I will be doing more readings on this. Okay. The Queen has actually agreed to this. Well, I feel it was Charles, especially William. William's quite easygoing, and William would have said, "No, you know, you two guys, you've been living together for so long. Just get back together, and we will actually, you know, we will put this out as an announcement that you've actually got back together, which is lovely." Okay. I feel it's because of the younger generation that Eugenie and you know their daughters Beatrice and Eugenie want them to get back together, because it was always well, it used to be they go to visit mom, they go to visit Andrew, and I feel they've been literally living together for the last like, oh, I'd say 2 or 3 years, about 3 years they've been living together. They've got their family back together. Okay. The card that I pulled out here, guys, was the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups depicts a family together, and there's babies and grandchildren, and all within one home. And this depicts happiness, love, fulfillment. This dream has come true for both of them. They wanted to get back together. They love each other. A warm, loving family here. There is now sunshine after the rain. The storm is over. And this is a long lasting relationship. Okay. Well, isn't that wonderful? So, I want to say, guys, thank you for coming here. If you want to do catch up, please look in the description, the comment section down below. Make your comments down below, and I'm going to do lots more readings on this, okay? And I've got my ideas of what I'm going to look into for this, okay? So I'm going to finish off by saying this is a wonderful story. This family have been brought back together. The children, the up and coming grandchildren, they've been brought all back together as one, and all just because of one man, which was Prince Philip. has this been stopped? And now he's on his way out, basically. They're back together and they've gone public with it. How amazing is that? And Sarah and Andrew, you know, good luck to you. We send you all our love and happiness for the both of you. So, okay, guys, I'm going to go now. Thank you for being here. It was very spontaneous because we've got this news in the UK today, which is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to say bye for now, and I will see you soon. Okay, and bye bye, everyone. Bye.